Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 2 of the opening round of the Mad Dragon Rugby Championship 2023. We've already had the opening game of the weekend up on the channel of the Springboks versus the Wallabies. This one, though, the Pumas versus the All Blacks. A big game. There were some superb games that happened this time last year in this fixture, and Argentina will be looking to try and lay down a real solid foundation before they work themselves towards the World Cup. The All Blacks, currently world ranked in third position. Can they dominate this game in order to stay in that position? As there is an immediate yellow card infringement. The kickoff certainly went a little bit awry, and Issa comes in with a big tackle. We knew it was going to be a physical game. We maybe weren't expecting a immediate yellow card within the first minute. But would it be a fixture between these two sides if we didn't see a card or two along the way? Fiery Argentina manage to recover and actually steal that line out as De La Fuente gets it out to Moroni. Manages to get a little bit of a bounce pass around to Nicolas Sanchez. Passes it down the line through his boot and takes it in. Oh, but a good tackle into touch. I think that was Rieko Ioane managed to get back for there. A very speedy player to get back for. And New Zealand take their second line out of the game. Now Argentina still down a man, going to struggle, missing a forward as well. You can see the impact it's had at maul time. Argentina just getting driven back. Got to make some big corrections now in order to not let this game slip away before it even gets started. As Santiago Cordero runs it up. Moroni well held though by Will Jordan, not letting the tackler gets sucked in as an offload goes outside to Marcus Kramer, who gets tackled towards the midfield. Argentina try and move further out wide. Boffelli with a little pass back inside. Moroni to Alemano to De La Fuente. Oh, good work though by Rieko Ioane to get back to his feet for that one. Argentina will spread a little bit wider. They'll go through the big feet of Lavanini. Doesn't manage to get there though. He's a bit of a giant man, not managing to make a great deal of ground though. Huge tackle by the All Blacks defence. As you can see, Argentina bunching up a little bit as it's taken on by the hooker. They try and spread a little bit further out wide. They see Will Jordan out on this wing. He's not a man you can let have any sort of space. He's got incredible speed on him as they try and spread it further out wide. That might be Argentina's to steal. It's not. Fantastic pass there by Aaron Smith to pass it out wide quickly as it goes onto the wing. Ioane gets taken down on the wing. Spread back left again. They are trying to open Argentina up. They've seen how narrowly they are defending, and they're trying to spread it wide as soon as possible. Argentina just about holding on as they get back out to Will Jordan with a lot of room to work with. Good cover tackle though. Who was that? I think that might have been Boffelli managing to get that cover tackle in. Argentina are also now back up to their full strength. The yellow card has ended, so they will try and defend their own 22. Now a lovely pass there by Ardie Savea, charging New Zealand on as Rieko Ioane finds himself in room again. Oh, what a great cover tackle. Boffelli pushed back behind his own line, has to try and get out. Santiago Carreras with a massive tackle, dump tackle by Brody Retallick. This was going to be a game where we might have seen cards. Oh, absolutely dumped on his neck there. Lucky to only come away with a yellow card. And Argentina get to clear their lines from what was quite a desperate position, it looking like. And Sanchez manages to kick that further, just over the 22. That's a decent clearance for them. But they will know that New Zealand are also now down a lock. So the line-out should be looking a bit more positive for them as they go out to Cubelli. De La Fuente wrapped up very nicely there as Alemano tries to take it on to Matera. Oh, doesn't manage to quite get that pass. It did look like there were numbers. They just couldn't get the ball fast enough as Kramer gets it out to Gomez Cordella. Not necessarily the man you'd want on the wing. I'm sure the prop's not used to finding himself out there. Maybe would have preferred that to have gone to a speedier player out on the wing. Oh, but it's a good turnover by New Zealand to put the pressure back on the Pumas. But Argentina try and contest. They don't manage it. I can see Rieko Ioane screaming for it out on this wing. Oh, a lovely pop pass as Sam Whitelock makes it through the gap. Pushed towards the wing. One player left for Argentina, has to hold his line. I think that's Cubelli that has to get in there. Wonderful tackle, forcing a knock-on from Dalton Papali'i. And Argentina will escape again. This could be a game where Argentina will find themselves on the defensive side for much more than they want to be. You don't want to be giving the ball back to New Zealand. You don't want them to be on the attack as much as they probably are doing in this game already. I'm not even sure if Argentina have really made it out of their own half so far. Let's see what happens at the back of this scrum. Of course, still missing a forward in the New Zealand scrum. They pass it out wide. De La Fuente gets it out to Moroni. Oh, we saw the backs opening up last year. Santiago Cordero making it down the wing. He's got to outrun a lot of very fast players. Can he just go to the corner? Oh, he just about scores. He nearly was so happy with this achievement. He nearly jumped over the dead ball line. That will be a bit of a concern for management to look at, but what a superb run by him. Had to outrun Jordy Barrett and Will Jordan down on this wing. Not an easy task. Not the greatest line from him. Just about got the ball down inside the line. And my goodness, what a tough kick for Sanchez here. Making the most of that yellow card just before it ends. Let's see if Sanchez can get this to curl in. Oh, it's good distance, just not the direction. So they will go 5-0 up. And that yellow card is now over. So New Zealand back to full strength as they go for an up and under, but not collected. In fact, I think that was Ethan de Groot who managed to pick that up there for New Zealand. As Sam Whitelock finds himself with all the space in the world. Oh, Kibeli has to run back across like a madman to get back for that one to stop Rico Ioane. Pushed closer to touch by Boffelli. They defend their own try line once again. They went for a bit of a wild pass. Oh, as Dalton Papali'i comes back on the field and nearly scores himself a superb try. Argentina will survive. Sanchez has dropped back in the pocket. Can they kick it into touch? They survive once again. It's miraculous stuff by Argentina. Well, it's been an action-packed first half. 2 yellow cards to talk about. The first one happening in the first minute straight from the kickoff. Argentina obviously wanted to lay down that this was going to be a physical game, but maybe not the way they would have wanted to do it, conceding that yellow card so early, putting themselves on the back foot. New Zealand have, by all accounts, been the more aggressive team throughout the proportion of this game, finding themselves in the Argentina half for over 80% of the game, pushing towards that try line. The Argentinian defence, though, holding well together, managing to keep New Zealand from bay and not actually letting them score in this half. In terms of the scores, only one try to talk about. Initially sort of really begun due to the yellow card going in against Retallick that maybe didn't need to come. Argentina stuck in their own 5-metre channel and maybe tackling just a little bit too hard to flip over the player. Argentina managing to make the most of the yellow card, taking the ball from a back of a scrum where they already knew New Zealand were down a man, creating the extra man further out on the wing as Santiago Cordero running it down the wing, outpacing 2 very fast New Zealand players and managing to dot it down in the corner just about without managing to go over the white line and going dead. Unfortunately, the kick missed by Sanchez means Argentina go in at half-time 5-0 up. New Zealand will get us kicked off then for the second half. They'll want to make a big impression early on, but Lavanini coming in with a sweeping pickup there. Nice from him, as I think that is Quintupaya gets taken down towards the wing, but they go through the other centre. Oh, it's a superb turnover by the Pumas early on here. Lavanini pops it off to Kramer, to Matera. Oh, drops the ball in the tackle. Lavanini doing well again to pick it up, but then a loose ball going out and Will Jordan collects. New Zealand find themselves in territory. They've been in a lot today through Adi Sarvea. They're trying to make some extra ground, but Argentina managing to get the turnovers here. The coach will be ripping his hair out. Not the start he will have wanted to have seen in this second half by the New Zealand team as Boffelli tries to run down. Bit of a late tackle potentially, but manages to get that kick away as Jordy Barrett goes on the counter offensive. Argentina just need to try and reorganise here. New Zealand again going through the one-off runners. It's not really working for them. I've been enjoying their attack so far, but just one-off runners not really the way to go. They go out to Cordero, the try scorer. Oh, good running defence by Will Jordan to get back for that one though. Argentina slow down the ball a little bit. Issa got yellow carded earlier on, but back on the field now, trying to make up for that earlier mistake. A good tackle, though, against the New Zealand hooker, not managing to make ground either. Argentina beginning to get a little bit short on this wing again as they pass the ball out wide. They see Ioane in a little bit of space. Lovely dancing feet by him. Gets past 2 defenders. New Zealand rushing to the ball. Lomax has to go in now to play scrum half. Aaron Smith trying to get back to his feet on the reload. Doesn't manage to get there as Will Jordan. Oh, the pass back inside. Maybe not necessary, but the offload game from New Zealand. They're trying some different things in this half, which is nice to see. Some stuff isn't working quite yet, but if they just keep at it, this offload game could prove a little bit dangerous for the Argentina team to deal with. Sanchez mixes it up. He said, let's have enough of this running game. Let's go for the up and under. And maybe collects his own ball and does. Missed by Geordie Barrett. Normally such a good player in that fullback position, but not managing to pick up the ball. Talking about a loose ball there as it gets dropped again. And now Argentina on the offensive through Gomez, Cordero goes out wide. He grubber kicks it along. Oh, a very cynical tackle by Will Jordan. Allows Geordie Barrett to recover and clear the ball out as Carreras runs it back in. A little pop pass to Alemano, wants to go it himself, not making a lot of room. New Zealand have tightened on this right hand wing as Sanchez gets it out to Issa around Ioane. Boffelli, another superb tackle though by the New Zealand defenders today. The midfield partnership for New Zealand has worked so well in defence today, and suddenly you feel like momentum's beginning to shift a little bit. New Zealand finding themselves a little bit more out of shape. They're hoping someone can make a difference, and if there was ever a man to make a difference, it was going to be Ardi Sarvea, but a loose pass just letting them down. Argentina will be happy with how that went. That was almost a try gone begging. They had pacey players waiting out on the wings. If the ball just could have got there, and now tackled and stuck towards this halfway line. 10 minutes on the clock. New Zealand will need to do something a little bit special from here to get back up the field as the ball bounces off his own man. Will Jordan has to do well to clear it up, and does, to be fair, managing to recover there. New Zealand just looking like they're running out of options. Played it out wide again. Retallick, another man who had a yellow card today. Oh, as Martinez manages to pick it up. Issa doesn't manage to make any room either. Can they spread it out wide on the right hand side? Kramer takes it on. Got to commit to that tackle as Julian Montoya takes it a little bit further. Doesn't get the pass out to Boffelli, who wants to go himself. Tries to do a little step around Barrett, but manages to get back for the second attempt. They'll kick it back down towards the centres now. Carreras passes it back inside. Martinez wants to play it across the field. Pablo Matera gets it out to Moroni, who does have some speed. Passes it back inside to Sanchez. What a great recovery, though, by the New Zealand centre yet again to get back for this tackle. Alemano takes it on. Lovely little dancing feet from him. Makes it a little bit further up the line as Cubelli takes it through. Lavanini on the crash ball now. Just moving up this line. This is impressive stuff to see from Argentina, who struggled so much in this first half, but eventually it does come to an end. New Zealand know they have to play on. They can feel like this game is potentially slipping away from them. 100 odd metres to make now up the field with not a lot of time to do it in. One mistake will see the end of the game. They try to go through. Dalton Papali'i doesn't manage to get there. They spread it out further wide. Oh, it's a good tackle though towards the wing. Argentina are playing it much more cautiously now. They're not rushing off the line. They just want to have the sit-down defence as Sam Whitelock, probably for the third time in this game, finds himself with a bit of room out of nowhere. Ardi Sarvea, another one, played very well for them today, just making that bit of room through the tackles, as I think that's Quintu Paya now also doing the same thing for New Zealand. Argentina beginning to narrow. Oh, maybe not necessary to have that extra little step inside there. Just got to spread this ball out wide. There's no one on this wing. If it comes out quickly, that was a little bit too slow. And I think that Satutu gets taken down. Where will Argentina take it? Do they just take this ball out? They don't. Montoya gets clattered in the tackle there, but suddenly they find themselves on a 3-on-1. Pablo Matera charges on hard. Oh, manages to get a good tackle though. It's Geordie Barrett getting back as Cubelli tries to run it inside. Doesn't manage it. Pablo Matera needs to get into position to try and allow this ball to get out. Unfortunately, Cubelli was wrapped up in the tackle. I don't think anyone noticed in the Argentinian side there, as Montoya yet again takes it through another couple of tacklers. Sam Whitelock doing well to defend that one. Sanchez, a lovely little sidestep. You can see New Zealand narrowing. Oh, he's got to hold his wing as Boffelli decides to go directly for the line. It's a big tackle, but Boffelli gets there. 80th minute. It's probably closer to the 90th minute. I'm not going to lie with how long this game has gone on. Argentina did not want this game to end. What a lovely pass this was. There was a great tackle there. It was Julian Montoya making that room through that midfield. A great pass out wide. Ioane had 3 men to cover. Bit too difficult. Managed to get back for the tackle, but ultimately not enough. And we see them go over for the second try. Can Sanchez make up for the earlier kicking mistake? Let's have a look. Oh, the wind dragging it back in. Maybe. And does. 12-0 to Argentina. What a superb game from them. If you've enjoyed this one today, guys, make sure to drop this video a like. Of course, we'll be following this whole series through the Rugby Championships, so make sure you are subscribed to know when all the latest game come out. I will see you all next time, guys. Bye-bye.